Hey there, everybody. Franklin Taggart here. It is time for the virtual coffee break. I'm still on my first cup, and I hope that you will have a cup of something with me, and let's chat for just a few minutes. One of the things that I am starting to realize is that I'm kind of overdue for kind of a purge in my life. I've got so many things that I've collected over the years, and many of them I just haven't used in such a long time that I just really have to let them go. And one of the things that's happening this week is that I'm letting go of a vehicle that I've had for the last 4 or 5 years, and it hasn't run for the last year, and it's just been sitting in the driveway, and that's 4,000 pounds of dead weight that is going to be leaving my life here in just about 24 hours. Another kind of a purge that I've got going on is that I've collected a ton of recording equipment and music equipment over the years. Some of the music equipment that I've used for performances I no longer need, and so I am getting ready to sell that to the highest bidder and move some things along just to create some space in my life. The other thing that I'm working on is that I'm a horrible collector of paper. And one of the things that I've seen about myself is that when I get a piece of paper, like if I get a piece of mail, very often if I don't know what to do with it, I'm just going to put it in a pile. Come back to it later. But then I never come back to it, and I end up with these just huge piles of receipts, mail, even junk mail that should just go in the recycling bin when I get it. But I have this difficulty sorting things when I get them, especially if they're on paper. And there's just something about paper that I look at it and I go, I just have to do something with it. Business cards, another thing. So I'm going through and I'm just kind of picking a little bit of a corner at a time to work on. But one of the corners that I've really realized has gotten way out of control is my digital corner. And so one of the things that I've started to do just this week is I've gone through my emails and started to unsubscribe from marketing lists and other lists that I no longer am interested in. And one of the things that's been an interesting byproduct of that is that I don't keep my notifications on all the time on my phone, but the one notifications that I do tend to keep are my email notifications. My social media ones are all turned off, and I don't even really pay attention to notifications on social media, except when I'm on the platform. But with email, that's generally the way that most of the people that I want to communicate with get in touch with me. And so I leave, very often my notifications on. Well, what's happened since I've started to delete and unsubscribe from these lists that I've been a part of that I no longer am interested in, my notifications are not going off as frequently. And as a result of that, I'm getting more done. So one of the things that I find very interesting is this whole idea of purging, and I've heard it before from, all the people who are following Marie Kondo to all of the spiritual teachers who say that, a cluttered room is the sign of a cluttered mind. That very well may be. But the thing that I'm really noticing is the shift in my energy in letting those things go, even things that are as intangible as subscriptions to email lists. And it's amazing to see the difference just in my overall energy level now that my phone is not going off every 5 minutes. Right? With a new email that's coming from whatever list I signed up for 8 years ago and have forgotten about and haven't opened in 7 of those 8 years. What loss is it? Well, the gain in my energy is worth the price of admission. It's not that I've lost anything. It's that I've gained something back just from that one simple act. So I'm kind of getting a little bit ruthless about it, and I'm going through and looking at all of the email accounts that I am, following. And I'm really giving it that treatment of, first of all, have I opened it in the last year? Second of all, what kind of value does this bring to me? Third of all, is it pitch, 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 pitch? No, I don't want pitches. I want those emails to enrich my life and not enrich the sender, right? Now, I'm not opposed to email marketing, don't get me wrong, but I've just noticed as a consumer that I just have too much to sort through. And when I'm wondering where my overwhelm comes from, that's one place that is very suspicious, is in all of the things that I collect and hoard and don't let go of. All of them need to be attended to, and all of them need to be managed, and all of them require an investment at some level of my energy, right? So I'm having a feeling that the next year is going to be a big purge year. I've just got so much stuff that needs to move out of my house and out of my life. And so there may be some things coming your way that might be really nice equipment that's looking for a good home. If you're interested, or if you have inquiries about any of my music or recording equipment or production equipment, please feel free to reach out and ask me what I've got. I may publish a list at some point, but I don't want to become the king of eBay. In any case, that's what's going on here. And I have to say that I'm very pleased with even the initial result that I've gained back in terms of my own energy and focus, just by eliminating those emails that I don't really want to receive anymore. So if you're still sending me emails and you check your stats and find out that I'm opening them, that means that you've passed the test. So the other thing that I'm looking at as far as the digital purge is social media. And I've gone through and I've eliminated all of the groups that I've joined at different points and no longer participate in. And so what's happened is that I've really narrowed down the number of groups that I'm subscribed to. I think I'm down to an all-time low right now of around 15. And of those groups, I participate daily in about 5 of them. But just not being notified every time that I get online that I've got 37 messages from all of these different groups about, something that I'm not even remotely interested in, that has freed up my attention and my energy for things that are priority. So my social media is another digital purge area that I'm going through right now. I'm going to probably also cull my friends list, because there are a lot of folks on there that I actually have never met and I don't know. There are some people that I've only met online and still would really like to keep in touch with them, because they have become valued friends in my circles, even though we've never met in person. But I'm going through and again evaluating, is this person someone that I want to remain connected with? Is this person someone that I can enrich or they can enrich, or it's a mutual enrichment society? Those are the questions that I'm asking. And the one thing that I'll tell you is that if you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you're feeling like that you just don't have enough time and energy to do the things that need to be done, why don't you start by cleaning your room? I think it was Ted Hargrave at Marketing for Hippies that suggests that. One of the things that he does around this time of the year every year is, like, if you need to make money quickly, he's got a class about that. And one of the first things that he says is clean your room. I think he's brilliant. It's a genius idea. So if you're having any kind of difficulty at all with your focus, with your attention, with your energy levels, why don't you just start by looking around you and seeing, is there something here that you can let go of? My friend Teresa Funk has been going through having her house, she's going through the feng shui process in her house. And it's amazing to hear how she talks about it, and about how her space is feeling, more clear and more welcoming, more inviting than it has in a long time. And so I'm curious about that too. So maybe I'll have Teresa come back on and we'll talk about that process at some point. She just was back talking about the end of her sabbatical and stuff like that. But Teresa's always got a lot of good stuff to talk about. So maybe we'll have her come back and tell us about her Feng Shui experience. In any case, folks, I want you to have a wonderful whatever it is where you are. And I appreciate always your time and your attention. And I thank you for not purging me. And if you do purge me, I wish you the best too. So long. I'll be back tomorrow with another coffee break. So long now.